Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. I sadly mistaken, I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Okay. Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. We have a great episode for y'all today. A lot of coaching hires happened in those last weeks that we got to go over. Giannis, will he finally get traded? There's a lot going on in both sports. But as you can see, Missy get done. Sometime was not here, but I still got two of my bros with me. In the middle, as y'all can see Davey Dollars, King of the Doghouse. He just dropped the episode for y'all last Sunday, so make sure y'all go check that out. And then we got on my far left, but your far right, we got CTC, Carl Talking College, right? He also dropped the episode with NBA, NCAA basketball, so make sure y'all go check that out. How y'all doing, fellas?
I'm here. I feel amazing, Glad to be here on the show today to talk about some very, very, very important sports topics today. Giannis, got to talk about him, of course. We got some coaching hires we got to talk about. We got a snub for the Hall of Fame that we got to talk about as well. Oh my goodness. But I'm excited about today. Here on the show with my guy Carl, who was, one of the guys that had Miami. Said Miami should be in the playoffs, and we got in there. So appreciate you always, Carl, my guy, always being doing this thing in CTC. Make sure you go subscribe to CTC, by the way. But how y'all doing today?
I'm doing fine, man. Shout out Furman, just beat Sanford at home, so shout out to them. The big win in their conference. But I'm doing good, man. Since we talking about teams and pump faking trades, I thought it was only right that way the Tigers who's pump faking on signing Tarek Schoolball. So only thought it was only right. Get it done, Tigers. I'm tired of it. And then, I'll say that for my last words. Let's get into it.
Okay, can't wait to hear the last words. But Dave, it's Thursday. Last time I checked.
Yeah, it is. It's pre-Friday.
Okay.
Pre-Friday, which means, what we're gonna do, Tom? We know what we're gonna do, Joe.
Oh,
turn up.
Turn me up.
Jody, do your thing.
All right, y'all. We are streaming this on 4 different platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X. So make sure y'all like the video on whatever platform you're watching this on. Make sure you follow and subscribe on all of our social media platforms. We're dropping content for y'all on a daily basis. So you can follow us almost everywhere at Refuse to Lose Sports, but on Twitch and X, you can follow us at R2L Sports. And share this episode, this video you're currently watching right now to somebody, anybody, so they can come on live and watch this show with you, because you can be involved in the show by being in the comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting up throughout the show. Shout out to my boy J-Mo, my brother J-Mo. Yes, sir. Let's get it with the fire emojis. We got Kevo in the comments. Shout out to him and the Eagles. They just finally signed their offensive coordinator. Get the the Philadelphia Eagles birds emoji. The ALC stands for all foreclosure. Where that come from?
I don't know.
Why are you taking a shot at the
ALC?
ALC?
Oh no, I know why. It's because he put a post in the chat asking about about the cornerback.
He's sick about that.
And he had the only NFC cornerback was his cornerback, and his cornerback was the one that got cut.
And I think all the AFC teams and like everybody that responded to them, they all AFC guys too.
No, I responded.
Who would you
cut?
Yeah, I responded.
Who would you cut between Gonzo, PS2,
PS2, and Darius Stingley and Quintana Bay? Goodbye. Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, y'all. Like I said, use that comment section. We can see all the comments that we'll be putting down. Last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show, and let's get this show on the road, man. Listen, y'all, a lot of coaching hires across the league, and it's kind of taking up the story of the Super Bowl, in my opinion. And at some points of the playoffs, it was taking the story of the playoffs until the playoff game actually happened. But like I said, we got some new coaching hires, and the first one we're gonna go over is Carl. Or no, we're gonna go over the Bills. But both of these kind of your rivals, you know what I mean? Both of your ops got new coaches. So the Buffalo Bills promoted Joe Brady and got rid of Doug McDermott, and a lot of people are saying that he's the reason why that they lost this playoff game, because the GM got promoted to president, and then you got Joe Brady get promoted to head coach. Joe Brady's been there with the Bills since 2022. He's been with Josh Allen. He hoped Josh Allen get an MVP. He hoped Cooks get the Russian title. So, with this new hire of Joe Brady, Dave, tell me, do you like this hire or do you not like this hire?
It's a wait for me. I don't know if I like it or not. Because remember he was the quarterback's coach in 2022 at first, when Ken Dorsey was the OC. Then Ken Dorsey, of course, got fired. You know, Ken Dorsey is from the U, so I kind of have a certain feeling about him getting fired. And then 2024, he became the full-time OC. He did have them top 5 in scoring and in total yards this year, so that does help them as well. And it's an in-house hire, so it's not bad. He was the OC for the Carolina Panthers before. He was the passing game coordinator at LSU when Joe Burrow won the championship in 2019. So he has some championship experience, not in the NFL, but he does have some. So it's not I don't think it's a bad hire at all. I just want to see how he's going to fill out this roster, because for one, the GM has over 50-something draft picks since they became GM, and only 2 became Pro Bowlers. So I just want to see how they're going to fill out this roster, honestly.
All right. So it's a must-see for you? What about you, Carl?
It's a must-see for me.
Confusion. That's how I feel about it. Because you, Terry Pagula, told me that this team hit a playoff wall. Yet you hire from inside. You didn't go outside the team to make this hire. You went inside the organization to make this hire. So how does this get you over a playoff wall if you feel like what you had wasn't good enough? You hire from within. This just further leads me to believe that Sean McDermott was scapegoated this offseason. So I'm just confused. Like, I do give Joe Brady credit for turning around that season. I believe it was like right at the Cowboys game he got hired, and then they ran James Cook for a bunch, and Josh Allen didn't have that many yards, and they ran off with that game. And I do, ever since he took over, James Cook has been featured more, which is great. And as an OC, I think he is good for the Bills. The only confusion lies from what you told the public. You told the public that you hit a playoff wall, but you hired from within just doesn't make sense to me. Now, in terms of the hire itself, I do like it because Josh Allen is very familiar with him. So I do like that. But beyond that, it just further lets me know that Sean McDermott was the scapegoat. And y'all need to fix that with Keon Coleman, by the way, because it's no way I will ever play another down after the way you just threw me under the bus for the Buffalo Bills. But that's how I feel about it. I'm very confused. But in terms of the hire, while Joe comes back, like I said, in terms of the hire itself without Terry Pagula and what he said, I think it's good for Josh Allen and the team. I just don't know if this gets you over the hump because you said yourself you hit a wall. So that's how I feel. He should be back soon. But I feel you on how you feel about Ken Dorsey, and shout out to you and all that. I think he won a national championship there. But I do think that was the right move, letting Ken Dorsey go. I mean, I just felt like he was putting the ball in Josh Allen's hands a ton, even when it didn't need to be in Josh Allen's hands. And that kind of like would cause them some games. He dialed it back. He said, hey, we're going to run this ball a little bit more. Josh, even when you got the opportunities, we'll run you. But we need to dial this super passing stuff back. We'll run it more. And it worked. It took him to an AFC championship last year.
Yeah, it definitely worked.
Mark Andrews, you will never be forgiven. And, I mean, this year, you had 5 turnovers in your loss. So,
yeah, it definitely worked. It definitely worked. Like I said, that was just a biased feeling for me, just because it's Ken Dorsey. Ken Dorsey is the last quarterback to win a national championship for the U. So that's all that was, honestly. But I definitely understood the move when they made the move, because they did need to run the ball more. I mean, they did have a guy in James Cook who was there, like hey, use him. He's there for a reason. So you got to use the guy. Don't just continue to just throw the ball and you see it's not successful for Josh Allen. So use what you got.
I think McDermott hit my Wi-Fi. I don't know. It's my computer power. I don't know what happened, but my computer just died.
Depending on your response, it might have been Pagula.
It could have been.
So I like the hire, and Carl got to disagree with you. So, all right, let's think about this. Yes, I had everybody saying like, oh, they hit a wall, like you said, Carl. They need something new. But they hire within. Now, let me ask you a question, Carl. In all their losses, do you think it's more of the defense issue or offensive issue?
All of them. Let's see. In the losses against the Chiefs, I really wouldn't put that on the defense last year, to be honest.
Okay.
I mean, the offense was up. I mean, this is what I'm saying, right? The defense got a ton of stops last year against the Chiefs, right? Then I believe Josh Allen and them failed on like a couple tush pushes. The Chiefs got the ball back, and then Josh Allen, I don't think even got a first down on the last drive of the game, or maybe got one first down on the last drive of the game. I don't think that was Sean McDermott in the defense, right?
Okay.
Then 2 years ago was that the Chiefs again? That was the Chiefs again in Buffalo. That wasn't on the defense. The field goal kicker missed the kick, 1. 2, Josh Allen got greedy when he had an open drag down underneath. That's not on the defense. Then the one before that was that when he played bad against Joe Burrow? So again, I'm not blaming the defense that he played terrible against Joe Burrow.
All right. So here's the thing right here.
And my fault. And we know about this year. It's not on the defense.
So look, Josh Allen losses since he lost to Houston. The defense gave up 38 points. Defense gave up 42 points, 27, 27, 32. 33. Come on, man. No matter how you slice it, it's a trend going on. The defense gives up points a lot. And also McDermott is known for when they lose, he cries to the media. He goes to the media and cries about an issue every single time. So, and Joe Brady, if you look at Joe Brady press conference, you can see the connection he has with the team. The team is more connected with him as far as the offense than they are with McDermott, because he's like one of the guys. The man wears a chain, all that. Okay, Joe Brady. I watched
36 years old.
36 years old. I watched the press conference. He cried the whole time. I could just see the connection he has with the team. And sometimes your successor is better. It's just point blank. You just need a new voice, and your new voice is already in the building. That's why I'm okay with it. Him and Josh Allen clearly have a great relationship. They was on the Pat McAfee show together, talking about he gonna buy him a watch and all that stuff. So I think it was a good hire because he got success through your QB. He got success through your running back also. He's very creative with his offense. He's a really good offensive coordinator. Y'all even one of them. You know what I mean? So it was either they promote him or he leaves and goes somewhere else. So, and I think he gonna do a good job. He's a Buffalo dude. He's from Florida, but he loves it there in Buffalo. So I love the hire, and I think that he can get them to the next level, in my opinion.
So I want to start this by saying I ended it by saying for Josh Allen and the team, it's a good move. Okay. I did end it by saying that.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't hear that because,
Yeah, the computer issue. I did end it by saying that. The confusion lies from what Pagula told me and everybody in that press conference about hitting a wall, but you hire from within. So that's where my confusion lies. Number 2, I feel like if that was the case, he should have been did it. Like this happened, almost 2 weeks ago? Maybe even 2. It's been about 2 weeks. Why is this just now the case if you knew this was just going to do already? But in my opinion, I answered your question about the playoff losses and the defense. feel like that's pretty fair to say it's not really all on the defense.
It's not all on defense. No.
And then what Terry Pegula told me, which led me to believe this was a scapegoat move, was that he saw Josh Allen crying. Then he said this game was like the deciding factor of Sean McDermott. Well, the deciding factor of this game was Josh Allen having 4 turnovers. So that's why I think McDermott got scapegoated. Because he did say, and don't quote me, this is not verbatim, but he did throw out there that this game had a lot to do with the firing of the head coach, which in my opinion, this game had nothing to do with the head coach and losing this ball game. So I just feel like it was a scapegoat move. But like I said, I did end it by saying in terms of this offense and the continuity he has, it's a good move. I'm just more so confused at what he told me about the whole playoff wall issue.
I do remember Sean McDermott having like some timing issues at times as well. As far as like time management, he has had those issues before. So I do understand the firing. Now the timing, probably not. And if it was based on that last game, then I might be with you, Carl, because I mean Josh Allen did have 4 turnovers. I mean, Josh Allen is the reason why they changed the overtime rules in the playoffs, and then he still has not won an overtime game in the playoffs. So I mean the man
points in overtime.
He is 0-7 all time at overtime. So
crazy.
I mean, the man just can't win the OT. If it's OT, just chuck it up as a loss for Josh.
Dang. So I think it was a GM that did a press conference on I'm not sure who it was, but when they introduced Joe Brady, this is what he said. So
was it Brandon Beane or Pegula?
Okay, apparently I don't know who it was, but apparently they went on the same page. Him and the head coach. This is what he said. He said we are looking for a CEO type coach, a fresh new vision. Someone who values strong culture, collaboration, and alignment, highly intelligent, aggressive, and excellent communicator, and alignment. He said alignment again. So I think that him and McDermott, I feel like they wouldn't align because he used alignment multiple times in his opening statement. I was like, okay.
Sounds like
so I think right for me. But I feel like promoting them, like they want to do their due diligence and they want to go to the interview process and everything and see it. And they would, when you do that, you able to pick other coaches' brains too. He even said that we learn a lot from smart guys, smart coaches, all that stuff, and then you make your hire. So
if you came out and said that first, then I'd be with you. But that sounds like we said this. We kind of got to backtrack and say something else now that we did this so it don't come out as confusing. Because if you said that at first, I wouldn't even have my sentiment. I'm like, all right, cool. They wasn't in alignment. Yeah, they wasn't in alignment. Cool. They just the relationship just severed. Whatever. Cool. But to say what he said in that press conference for the immediate fire of Sean McDermott to now hear what you said is 2 different things.
Like the last thing we remember from that game was the defense. I get Josh Allen was the biggest reason why they lost. But when you watch it, it's like, dog, the defense couldn't get a stop. It's like they got back-to-back.
I'm sorry. We got to stop. We got to stop. He threw a pick after I stopped. I'm sorry.
It's just that the way they went out defensively was wild. Like,
was it?
Interference calls, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it was. But I'm not blaming the defense. It was more so.
How is it wild? We did our job. We got you the ball back in overtime. Don't throw a pick.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's Josh Allen for you.
Let's go to another op you got, Carl. Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy gets hired by the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's a Pittsburgh native, by the way. And another guy that was emotional in his press conference, because soon he started talking, he started crying, and he's saying that now him, his sisters, his family, they can proudly wear their Pittsburgh Steelers colors in public now because now he's a Pittsburgh Steeler. So, Carl, they had Mike Tomlin, got him while he was young, 19 years, go by. He forces himself out. I'm going to walk away. And what they do, they get a guy who's on the back end of his career, Mike McCarthy, who was with Green Bay and went to Dallas and had success in both teams, but only won 1 Super Bowl. But now he's with his team in the AFC North, Pittsburgh Steelers. Carl, do you like it or not like this move?
As a Ravens fan, I love it. But as a football fan, I laughed at it. Because if you heard me talk about this last show, I definitely did. But to reiterate, you are the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is where they say the rivalry is built on respect, not hatred. I think to me it's built on both respect and hatred. You are the Pittsburgh Steelers. You have 6 rings, right? You are touted upon greatness, correct? What's been going on would get Mike Tomlin would have statues probably at other organizations for not going 500 and doing what he do with, taking his team constantly to the playoffs. But with the Steelers, just making the playoffs isn't enough. And as an organization, they have built that equity to have that right. Mike McCarthy is no better than Tomlin these past 10 years. He has 1 playoff win against the Buccaneers, who looked like they didn't even deserve to be in the playoffs. But one team had to make it out that conference in the playoffs, and it just so happened to be Tom Brady and the Bucks. Destroyed them. That's his only playoff win since 2017? And this is who you hire as your head coach because he's from Pittsburgh? Now, he is an offensive guy. He does bring some offense to the Steelers, which is what they have been lacking. I understand that. But he doesn't bring the culture of the Steelers, in my opinion, to with Pittsburgh, which is something they haven't been lacked, but they can lose. As a Steeler, you don't want to lose that culture. So I just don't think that was the right move. If they wanted to make this a story, this isn't about stories and feelings. This is about winning. And this move, to me, doesn't say that Pittsburgh really cares about winning, to be honest. And that's just going off of what's been happening lately. Because Mike Tomlin got you to the playoffs. He hasn't won since, 2016, 2017. But like I said, McCarthy only has 1. And that was against the Bucks. So I was confused.
Okay, I'm gonna go second on this one, Dave. We talking. Shout out to Chris Broussard. Let me say that first. Chris Broussard. For what I'm about to do. But anyways, Mike McCarthy, on the back of his career, the Pittsburgh Steelers normally get a young guy and they keep him for 20 years. Pittsburgh Steelers is a defensive organization. Mike McCarthy is an offensive guy. And I don't like this. I said I love it, baby. I actually love it, Carl. After thinking about it.
I love to hear you.
I actually love it. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I love it. First of all, who are you going to get? Let's start there.
Who are you going to get? It's the Pittsburgh Steelers. What you mean who you going to get? They can
what
go.
Young guy you got right now that you can say, you know what? This is going to be our next coach for the next 20 years.
They could have got Todd Monken. They could have got Mike McDaniel.
You could have ended Kubiak. Anthony Weaver was another option as well.
Are these guys guaranteed to be your coach in the next 20 years?
I mean, is Mike McCarthy?
You said a young coach. You said a young coach defines someone that hasn't been there.
That's what we all want to see.
Clint Kubiak is a young coach.
Yeah, but he's not. I like them. Don't get me wrong, but is that like okay? He's gonna be my next coach. Listen, and he's an offensive guy. And yes, so look.
I thought that was the premise of what you were asking. Offensive guys.
No. Period. This is because we all expected a defensive coach, a young guy who come in like an Anthony Weaver, like Dave said, right? And Anthony Weaver's not really super young, but you know what I'm saying. But anyways, this is why I like the move, y'all. Mike McCarthy has had success as a head coach. Now let's keep it a buck with the Packers.
Season, yes.
Huh?
I said in the regular season, yes, but continue.
Are we really blaming Mike McCarthy on the playoff losses? Let's keep it with a buck. Aaron Rodgers, what have Aaron Rodgers done in the playoffs since Mike McCarthy left? The same thing he did with Mike McCarthy.
Didn't he make an NFC Championship game?
He did that with Mike McCarthy.
No,
he only made the NFC Championship game when he get a number 1 seed, and then he wins one game, and then he gets bounced.
Not with LaFleur?
He made an NFC Championship game against the Seahawks.
He made an NFC Championship game with
Tom Brady. And lost Tom Brady. Yeah, he made.
But you asked me what he did. You ain't asked me for the result after. He made an NFC Championship game.
This is what I'm saying. What has he done differently without Mike McCarthy that he didn't do with Mike McCarthy?
Aaron Rodgers is like 10 years plus after.
That's what I'm saying. So like Mike McCarthy came in, he got a ring with Aaron Rodgers, and then on top of that, Aaron Rodgers and him got into it, and then everybody was blaming Mike McCarthy, and then he left, and Aaron Rodgers continued to do the same thing he was doing before Mike McCarthy left. Like literally, like he'll get a good regular season, get to the playoffs, and he will have a bad performance, and they won't win. Look at Aaron Rodgers' numbers in the playoffs compared to his regular season. Let's go to the Cowboys. What do we always say about that? Are we really going to blame Mike McCarthy for that loss to the 49ers on both games? No, that was on Dak Prescott.
Hold on.
Especially the second one.
When I brought up Sean McDermott getting scapegoated, you asked me about the defense.
Okay.
You asked, so Mike McCarthy is an offensive coach.
Yeah.
So how did the offense perform the second game against the 49ers?
Here's my proof.
Terribly.
These quarterbacks have trends of doing this even without Mike McCarthy. Dak Prescott has a history of not playing well in the playoffs. He has a history of that. He has a history of not playing well in big games. Look at the 49ers game the second time around. You gonna blame Mike McCarthy for that? That was on Dak Prescott.
But you just tried to blame the defense. You just tried to blame McDermott for the defense, which wasn't healthy, by the way.
No, here's my point. They promoted the OC, they scored points in the playoffs. They promoted the OC and got rid of the defensive coach, which I understand. That's a whole different situation. We're talking about Mike McCarthy right now. So Mike McCarthy has had success with multiple. When he have a quarterback, he has success with the quarterback. Dak had some of his best years with Mike McCarthy. Aaron Rodgers, his best years with Mike McCarthy. So I feel like he could be good with them. And he's a stepping stone coach. He's not going to be a 20-year coach. He's a coach that could probably get them victories and probably win a Super Bowl, because Mike McCarthy had a good point. He said he had a top 5 defense one time in his whole career. And that one time he had a top 5 defense, he won a Super Bowl. So he came in and said, that's going to be my focus, is getting the right coordinator, whatever, to get the right defense, because the offense is going to flow. He didn't need a defense, because that second Packers game with that's my boy Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn, that defense didn't show up. And on Dak throwing no picks. So I like the move. I like it for pivoting to the next coach in the future. Because who else you going to get?
Who's the quarterback currently for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Will Howard.
Currently,
Will Howard.
at this very moment.
Okay. How about this? Why don't the Steelers have a QB coach? Who's most responsible for that reason?
What, currently? Like,
yeah,
now,
why?
Or like before?
Why all these years they never had a quarterback? Who's responsible for that?
Well, Mike Tomlin.
Tomlin and the
Mike,
GM.
and who's gone?
Tomlin, but the GM's still there.
So do y'all think that Mike McCarthy is going to find a way to get a QB?
I don't think Mike McCarthy is going to have a say. Mike Tomlin built the equity with the Steelers to have a say. This is McCarthy's first year.
This is what I'm saying. All I'm saying is this. Do we have more faith in the Steelers having a quarterback with Mike McCarthy as head coach or Mike Tomlin?
McCarthy, for sure.
Okay.
Because Ben wasn't a Tomlin guy. Ben was a Bill Cowher guy.
See, do it have to be a Super Bowl this year? Like we can't grade stuff based off what's gonna happen next year. We can't grade off that.
That's not where my grade comes from. Okay, just want to make that clear.
I go ahead,
Joe. I can't agree with you right here. Saying that I don't think this is a good hire. For me, because when you think about the Steelers, they've only had 4 head coaches since 1969. Joe, this is not along their lines. This is not something that they do. So I get it. It may be something new for them. But he's an older guy. You're talking about hiring a younger guy. He's an older guy who, yes, has had successful quarterbacks in the regular season. Regular season with the Cowboys, he was 49-35 in the regular season. Playoffs 1-3. They had 3 consecutive 12-win seasons in Dallas and division titles, but it amounted to nothing. His playoff record is 11-11. He's literally 500. He's mid. And when it comes to playoff record, that doesn't speak Super Bowl championship to me. And like Carl said, who's the quarterback? All you have right now is Will Howard. You don't have anyone there right now to put in position. And I did see something too when he got hired that this would be helpful to get Aaron Rodgers to come back. I don't know who said that, but that made no sense because Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy does not have a good relationship from what I remember. I remember when Mike McCarthy got fired, Aaron Rodgers was happy. So I don't see where the media thought that was true. He has been to playoff 12 times. He has an overall record of 174 and 112 and 2. He has 8 division titles, won a Super Bowl with the Packers, of course. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, you look at the Steelers, what they just left from. They just left from having regular season success with Mike Tomlin because he's never had a losing season. So, okay, you're not going to have a losing season with Mike McCarthy, but You had it when you didn't have it with Mike Tomlin. Is it really that different? I mean, is the voice really going to change? Is this a Steel City voice? Technically, I don't. It doesn't seem like one to me. So it doesn't make sense. They were 10-7 in the last 3 seasons and got bounced in the first round every single time. So, I mean, and he got bounced in his first, other than the one time when, like you said, when they beat the Bucks, when Tom Brady and them were trash, when I told Tomo that they were going to blow out the Buccaneers because the Buccaneers sucked. And that's exactly what happened. Other than that, they haven't won a playoff game. He's had no playoff success since he left Green Bay. So I don't understand it. And yeah, he's a hometown guy, so it makes sense that way. It's a feel good story, but other than that, it just doesn't make sense to me.
What playoff success the Cowboys had without Mike McCarthy?
They had none either.
So why are we putting?
It's the same thing with the Steelers. The Steelers haven't had a playoff.
Exactly.
No, it's the quarterbacks, bro. Like Aaron Rodgers since his Super Bowl run. They don't look at his playoff performances. And we really gonna blame Mike McCarthy for that?
But
we did, and people did before, and then he did the same thing when he left.
So let me ask you this question: what position are they in to even get a quarterback? They're not even in position to get a quarterback.
Aaron Rodgers at that time.
Y'all are so focused on next year.
No, we're not.
David, he said they're not in position to get a quarterback.
I'm saying, period. It's Mike McCarthy. Is Mike McCarthy going to have a bad season with the Steelers? I don't know. They might be mid again. They might go 10-7 again with Mike McCarthy and won't be in position to draft the quarterback.
Man, listen, I like the move because it's a move you pivot into the coach you really want to get in the future. Because right now,
that don't sound like something the Steelers does. That's why it don't make sense to me. They normally hire their coach for a long period of time.
I know, and that's why people don't like it, because they're expecting a young defensive kind of coach that's going to be there for the next 20 years. Everybody expected. So when they got an old guy, it was like, oh, it was Mike McCarthy. Oh, Mike McCarthy, it's another Mike Tomlin, which is not. I don't believe another Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin kind of inherited a team, and then he won a Super Bowl, and then he was just got Big Ben, and Big Ben was good. They had an all. If you keep it real, Mike Tomlin for a long time was an offensive team too. With Big Ben,
the Killer Bees.
Yeah, with Big Ben now. So that's Mike Tomlin. Mike McCarthy actually developed Aaron Rodgers and everything, and won a Super Bowl. He had Brett Favre, and he developed Aaron Rodgers, and then they got a Super Bowl. So and he went in there. Dak had his best year, and Dak became Dak in the playoffs. I'm sorry.
But who is he going to elevate? You keep talking about, is this Mike McCarthy's fault? No, it's the quarterback's fault. Who is he going to get to elevate into one of them guys? Not even just this year. But
if they would have got Clint Kubiak, what's the difference? Are you going to say who they going to have?
It'd have at least been a young hire you can build on. You're talking about a pivot move. This one is not something that Pittsburgh does. But two, at least he's an offensive mind. I mean, don't get me wrong. Mike McCarthy is too. But it just seems like such a parallel move, if not below the parallel line. You might as well just convince Mike Tomlin to stay for this.
No, I feel like you had more success than Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin was regular for a long time, and he never tried to get a quarterback. Never. You keep Mike Tomlin, you'll be in the same situation. He never tried to get a quarterback.
I feel like this is the same situation.
Right now it is, bro, but they will get a quarterback. I have more faith in them getting a quarterback with Mike McCarthy as a head coach than Mike Tomlin.
So you believe that? So you think they're going to trade for a quarterback, or they're going to be bad, or they're going to be bad and draft a quarterback?
And here's my issue with who's the young coach they're going to hire that's going to be guaranteed. First of all, nothing is guaranteed. Let's just start there. Secondly, Mike Tomlin wasn't even looked at to be the guy that he is to this day. When he was hired, they had questions about Mike Tomlin. So, I mean, it's not like just because they hire some young guy, you're going to be like, oh, he's going to be great for 20 years. No, you're going to have to wait and see. So that point to me is kind of mute, because no young guy is, guaranteed he's going to be there for 20 years. No, you might like the hire at the time, but it could be good, could be bad. I don't think that Mike McCarthy is just a good hire. I get what you're trying to say with the whole pivot thing, but I just feel like this is a parallel move, if not below parallel.
The Steelers got did they hire DC yet the other day?
No.
Didn't they hire somebody from the Raiders?
Yeah, Patrick Graham.
I think that recently just happened, didn't he?
Yesterday.
It said 8 hours ago over here. I'm looking at.
Oh, maybe it was.
Oh, they Yeah, and I mean, I'm not sure if they completely hired him, but I know your boy from Cleveland also is a candidate too.
Jim Schwartz.
Yeah.
See, I'd like Jim Schwartz as the head coach hire. Me personally.
Jim Schwartz coming to San Francisco. Forget Pittsburgh. Coming to San Francisco.
What did he do as a head coach?
Huh?
What he do as a head coach?
He was in Detroit. He brought him to the playoffs.
Okay. Is that what y'all want, a playoff? Or you want a Super Bowl?
He elevated Detroit. That's elevation.
I'm confused. He an old coach too. I'm confused.
I didn't say him as a head coach. I said come to San Francisco.
I said I would have liked it more than McCarthy.
That's Carl's take, not mine.
Yeah, I said I liked it. Yeah, I would have liked it.
I
more
want
than
him to come to
McCarthy.
San Francisco to be the DC.
Well, I want to know if you like this, Carl. Todd Monken going to the Browns. That's what I want to know if you like. I mean, something wrong with y'all division. Y'all just like sharing stuff. Y'all share quarterbacks, y'all share coaches. I don't know what it
We
is.
ain't shared.
He said, "Yeah, shit, quarterback."
Don't say y'all, because y'all includes the Ravens, and the Ravens are outside the division.
I ain't gonna lie, we kind of we used to share us too. We used to take the Eagles and people and got,
Hey, I mean, the Steelers then took like 3
I mean,
Ravens
y'all, trying to do that
leftovers.
anyway. Y'all was trying to sign Al Harris, but that didn't happen. Like I said, it wouldn't.
I heard with the Bears now, and he originally with the Packers. So
He was a Packer player.
Originally with the Bears, but you know the staff.
He was a
He was
Packer
already
player.
with the Bears.
Packer player. No, I'm saying he with the Bears. He with the Bears. So I'm saying like
He was already there.
No, he was with the Cowboys 2 years ago.
I'm saying if we would have took him, it wouldn't be Cowboy time.
Yeah, because he's saying it's the Bears buffer in between the Cowboys.
Yeah, because it wasn't like he came for the Cowboys. You know what I mean? Cowboys was a pit stop.
True.
It was a pit stop.
No, the Bears would have technically been the pit stop.
It was a stop. They got a hotel and everything. They stayed for a few days. All right. But Todd Monken got hired as a head coach. Now, former Georgia Bulldog. Shout out to Tony. You know, keep reminding me of that. And he had a lot of, he didn't have a lot of opportunities as a head coach, but he had a lot of opportunities as an offensive coordinator. And I'm assuming he took this job because it was literally the only head coaching job that I remember that he actually got offered. But a lot of people turned down this job. So when I saw that he took this job, that's how I looked at it. And I'm going to kick this one off. I'm going to be quick to it. Like I said, a lot of people turned this job down. I heard the process of getting this job. You had to take an exam and all this stuff. People backed out, left and right. We talking about coordinators. We talking about QB coaches, pass game coordinators, just dropping out. And we got Todd Monken taking the job. And I think it's because it's like this only opportunity, last resort. Now, I think he can be successful. I'm gonna tell y'all what Tony said to me through text. He said he's nothing but a Norv Turner. Great offensive mind, but not a good head coach.
He said the same thing to me when I talked to him on the phone right before the show.
Yeah, so he told me that, you know what I mean? And I would love to hear what Carl got to say about that. I know that's your guy, Carl. But I do think offensively they can have some success. You know, you got Shador, you got the rookie running back. I forgot his name. Rookie running back.
Junkins.
Yeah, Junkins. You know, they do need to get a receiver. I feel like. Well, they got Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Judas,
you know.
get him out of here.
He be selling.
Jerry Judas.
Right. Jerry Judas. Hey, that's crazy. You wild for that. That's wild.
I ain't make that up. A Browns fan.
I ain't gonna never call nobody Judas like that. I'm in Jerry Judas. So Dave, tell me what you feeling about this hire, man?
This was probably the most confusing one to me.
Hold on quick, Dave. Look at this comment though. And it's funny. He bring up Jared Judas and he put this up. Sorry.
It's confusing to me. Well, not that confusing, but Todd Monken, you had Jim Schwartz in the building.
Yeah.
You had a coach who's gotten Detroit to the playoffs. Isn't Cleveland and Detroit kind of in that same conversation as far as football cities, places that don't really win that much? You want some kind of success, right? Why not hire Jim Schwartz? He's in the building, and now he's gone. He said bye-bye.
He did.
You said you're not gonna hire me as a head coach. Well, go ahead and find another defensive coordinator. And now you got Myles Garrett out here flirting with Philly. Samson, that would be a good destination. Like, are you serious right now? The Cleveland Browns and the Jets are fighting for the worst ownership in the NFL. I really feel like they are. because they seem to make the bad decisions almost every single year. So Todd Monken, he started off coaching in 2007 in the NFL. He's a wide receiver coach for the Jaguars from 2007 to 2010. Then he went back to college for a year. His first head coaching opportunity was at Southern Miss in 2013 and 2015. And then he also was the head coach at I think it was Minnesota as well. He's been offensive coordinator and with the Buccaneers, and then with Cleveland most notably, and of course the Georgia Bulldogs when they won some back-to-back national championships. So he's mostly known for what he did with Stetson Bennett, winning those back-to-back national championships in Georgia. Yeah. And because of if you look at the offensive rankings with the Baltimore Ravens the last few seasons, it's been at least top 5, top 10 the last 3 years since he's been there. So yes, you got some offensive success, but now with Jim Schwartz gone, who's going to coach your defense? So the Browns, I don't know. This made zero sense to me. I mean, because you could have at least hired Tom Monken as your OC and have Jim Schwartz as your head coach. You at least would have had both of the guys in the building, and that would have kind of made some sense because then your offense would have been improved. Now you got to worry about the guy being the head. He's the lead amongst men. He's not just the lead amongst the offense. He's the lead amongst the entire team now. So I'm not sure how successful he's going to be, but you got Shedeur Sanders, you got Quinshon Judkins, so you got somewhere to start. And the offensive line is not horrible, but you definitely need to address the offensive line because Shedeur did get sacked, a little too often sometimes. You got Myles Garrett back there. You got some really good defenders. But you need a good defensive scheme. But I don't know. I don't know. It's like I said. This was confusing to me. I'm not sure what they were thinking by not hiring Jim Schwartz. That to me is what was confusing me the most because you had a guy who was there, who knows what's going on in Cleveland, who knows the city well, who knows the team well. And a guy who wanted to be a head coach, and now he's gone. Like he's just out. So
Todd Monken only had one head coaching job. That was with Southern Miss.
Southern Miss. Oh, okay. So it wasn't Minnesota. All right.
And in that 3-year span, the last year he went 9-5. He made the conference title game. He lost the conference title game, but he made it at Southern Miss in the Conference USA, and they lost that bowl game. But nonetheless, they had a 9-3 regular season, went 7-1 in conference. Like I said, made a conference championship game. They just lost. Now, did you know that Georgia has not advanced past the semifinals in the college football playoffs since Todd Monken has left?
Mm-hmm.
Todd Monken, his first year there, they didn't even make the playoffs. Remember, that's the year that they were crying, oh, we should have got in, even though we lost the SEC championship game in Alabama, blah, blah, blah. And then they went on to beat Florida State because Florida State benched everybody 63 to zip or whatever it was.
Yep.
Because Florida State ain't play nobody. That was the first year Tom Monken went in there. Second year, Carson Beck gets hurt in the SEC championship game. Shout out to Texas.
Remember
they
that.
lose to Notre Dame in the semifinals. Then last year, who did they lose to? They lost to Ole Miss in the semifinals. First game they played.
Yeah.
So Kirby Smart gets this whole best head coach in college football league, but really haven't had success since Kirby Smart left. I mean, not Kirby Smart, since Todd Monken left. But that's not my best coach in college football anyway, so we don't got to address that. But from Dave's perspective, I can see why it's confusing because I do agree that you had Jim Schwartz in the building. He has your defense top tier for the past couple years. Why not promote him for the job he's been doing so well in Cleveland?
This is a top 5 defense since he's been there.
Exactly. So I don't get from that perspective. You're absolutely correct. Now, from the hiring perspective, not including that, I think it's a good move. Young guy. You got Shedeur. There's talent there. Now, the Pro Bowl he got is absolute BS. And y'all know I'm the biggest Shedeur fan.
Yeah.
I throw my wrist up all the time.
Trevor
That
Lawrence
Pro Bowl
in it, which is crazy.
That Pro Bowl is so fallacious. But the Pro Bowl itself is fallacious and needs to be abolished. Just, come out with your Pro Bowls.
They need
there.
They need to put it the way it used to be after the Super Bowl, not before.
No, he's on the voting. He's on the voting.
No,
I'm talking about when
the
they
game.
play it. I'm talking about when
the
they
whole
play
game.
it.
The game
Make it
played,
after the Super Bowl. It used to be after the Super Bowl when everyone would show up. Just put it back to how it used to be.
I get why they feel like they want the Super Bowl to be the last game.
Yeah, I get it too. But at this point, there's no more Pro Bowl weekend. Just everybody gets their Pro Bowl accolades. So there's no alternates, no nothing. You get voted a Pro Bowler, you get that award, and that is it. You get that just like All Pro. Ain't no All Pro game. You get voted an All Pro, you get your All Pro award, and that is it.
They have fun still.
It sucks. They have fun, but that drives no ratings. Nobody watches. No, it's honestly, to me, I think it's for money ratings. It is for them as well. Don't get me wrong, but we all know it's for money and ratings as well, and nobody watches it. So just give them their awards, and that way we abolish the fallacies at the Pro Bowl position. Which I mean, and to be completely honest, is really at quarterback. To be honest. Everybody else take their Pro Bowl 9 and goes, but quarterbacks for the most part.
Facts. Every year in Hawaii. And no more.
Well, they did try to make it in Orlando that last 2 years ago.
It has to be in Hawaii.
Yeah, but anyway.
Or out the country. Go ahead.
Well, Hawaii's that's why I'm glad
you said Hawaii.
That's why I'm glad you said or. But yeah, young mind, you got Shador there, quarterback who shows he has talent. Does he have his deficiencies? Oh my God, that word just killed me. Deficiencies and flaws? Absolutely. He's a young guy. But you got talent on the offense. Harold Fannin showed huge promise at the tight end position. Quinshon Judkins, like Joe brought up, huge promise at the running back position. Even Dylan Sampson, who himself is an SEC Player of the Year at Tennessee, huge promise at the running back position. Even Rocket Sanders had some good games, South Carolina boy, at the running back position. You do need some receivers. You definitely need some O-linemen, but you have a cornerstone to build around in Joe Bitonio. You need to get rid of Cam Robinson. Somebody need to either step up and take that spot, or he need to play better. But you got some pieces. You got some offense that Todd Monken can work with. And I think Shador's precision passing is what Todd Monken can definitely work with in Cleveland. Then you got a defense already. You got Carson Swearinger, rookie defensive player of the year. You got Myles Garrett. You got Denzel Ward. You got Tyson Campbell. You got Grant Delpit. You got guys. You got an elite guy on every level. Mason Graham, a rookie. You got guys on every level. So he brings in the right D coordinator. Excuse me. The defense is set. He's a good offensive mind. He got a good young quarterback. So like I said before, this job wasn't unattractive because of the players. It's unattractive because of how the org is. So you got a guy who, I need my shot. I got a shot. I got a good offensive mind. I got a good quarterback. We can do some things here. So I don't think it's a bad hire when it comes to that. Now, again, when Dave talks about losing Jim Schwartz because you don't want to hire him, that is absolutely bad. I agree. But that aside, I think this is a good hire.
Now, I do want to say this. See, I get it. Jim Schwartz was there, and it just makes sense from the outside to just promote him up, right? But you got to think like this. Now, they got rid of Kevin Stefanski, who sabotaged Shador Sanders, right? And he clearly did not draft Shador Sanders. So it was either the GM or the owner. It was one of the two, right? The owner came out and said it was all on the GM. So let's say it was a GM. We see this GM in the preseason on the sideline, chopping it up with Shador all the time, talking to him. You know what I mean? So we see that him and the GM got some type of relationship. So maybe when a GM, I think his name is something Barry.
Andrew Barry?
Andrew Barry. When a GM sat down with all the coaches, what's your plan for Shador? Maybe that was the question. What's your plan for Shador? And Tom Monken had the best plan. And like Carl said, he has a good track record dating back in college. And he saw what he did with Lamar. He did transform Lamar, like made Lamar more of a passer. You know what I mean? Lamar passing stats went through the roof when Tom Monken took over. Got Greg Roman offense. So I think that's what happened. And that's why I think it's an okay move. But it's one of those wait to see type moves because I don't know how he would be as a head coach because play card those two different things.
Yeah, facts.
But speaking of facts, let's go to another fact that this one coach don't like playing in the cold or coaching the cold. He only like coaching in the warm weather. Mm-hmm. And that's Mike McDaniel. So look, if we could quickly go through this, we could hit two other topics if y'all want to. But another move got rid of, speaking of, Greg Roman, your boy Carl, and they brought in a genius at and the offensive side of the ball and Mike McDaniel to coach Justin Herbert and his offense under your boy Harbaugh. Dave.
No, he
so
ain't.
Both boys, right? Roman Harbaugh.
That's my boy.
Yeah, that's Dave boy. You
That's
know,
what I say Dave.
F Michigan for life.
Yeah, I don't
care about that.
Got nothing to do with me. Start in San Francisco for me. San Francisco.
So Dave, this is your team right here. This is
it's not my team.
East.
Not my team. Let's correct that.
It's in the West though. This is your AOC team.
Still the same state.
I am not. My name is not Lamar B. Shannon. I do not have an AFC team.
Hey, you heard Chris. He said the Seahawks are Ravens West.
Hey, that's
only because of Mike McDonald.
That's only because of Mike McDonald.
He got Harbaugh, so
I like Harbaugh, but I do not root for the Chargers whatsoever.
He got ties over there. So Dave,
mm-hmm.
Like or love this move?
I love this move. I love this move. It's Mike McDaniel. The only thing is he doesn't have speedsters at wide receiver, but I love this move.
He got one.
Well, yes, but I'm saying Johnson. Like altogether it's not all.
He began open too.
But I love it. I love this move. See, with Mike McDaniel, his offense is built to stretch defenses horizontally with motion misdirection, create easy throws for the quarterback, turn speed into leverage. So you don't need a dominant number one wide receiver, even though he had Tyreek Hill, but he was still able to do things without Tyreek Hill at times as well. Make defenses run before the snap. You know, he got heavy pre-snap motion, outside run zone with play action off of it. He defined reads for the quarterback, so it's going to help Justin Herbert be able to do what he does best and throw the ball and spread the ball around, along with having a good run game, because that's one thing that helped with Justin Herbert since Jim Harbaugh got there, because Jim Harbaugh loves to run the ball. It's one thing about Jim Harbaugh when he was at Stanford, they loved to run the ball. When he was with San Francisco, loved to run the ball. When he went to Michigan, loved to run the ball. That's one thing that he wants to do. He wants to make sure that the running back is heavily involved in the offense. And Mike McDaniel is going to bring that, because when Mike McDaniel was with San Francisco in 2019, we went to the Super Bowl, we ran the ball a lot. We did not have a dynamic running back, but we went to the Super Bowl. 2021, we went to the NFC Championship game. We didn't have CMC. We had
y'all had Raheem Mostert. That was dynamic as it get.
What I'm saying is he wasn't a well-known running back, is what I'm saying.
Oh, there you go.
Because he had Raheem Mostert in Miami. I mean, Raheem Mostert didn't do what he did in San Francisco and Miami, but he did have all those touchdowns. Was it last year or the season before?
He was dealing with injuries too.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. He was also injury riddled.
So he has that going for him. And Mike McDaniel gets to be creative. And that's one thing that Justin Herbert is going to need to get back into that. I can't even say get back, because they still got to list this man top 10, top 5, even though this man has 0 playoff success. And he continues to mess up in the playoffs. I think this man has more turnovers than playoff wins in the freaking playoffs. I mean, it's just bad. But I like this move for Mike McDaniel, and I like it for the Chargers, because I think it's going to be a great relationship for both of them, because it's going to take Herbert out of hero ball situations. He's not going to have to, throw the ball a lot just to make them win the games, because he's going to be able to spread the ball around. He's going to use it's going to be like a lot of yak for the team, and a lot with the running back as well. So I think this is going to be I think out of all the coordinator moves, I think this is the best coordinator move I've seen.
Yeah, Mike McDaniel and Lamar would have been crazy. But
yeah, my only issue with that would probably been culture, just because of how the Ravens culture is supposed to be. But that would definitely went crazy.
Yeah.
But
what, Carl?
I'm with Dave. I love it. I mean, you got BLT Herbert. I call him BLT because there's a trend going around where you throw a pick, you throwing a sub sandwich. So BLT Herbert in the playoffs, got him. But maybe he can teach Herbert not to throw them BLTs. You got Quentin Johnston, the speedster, who had a breakout year in my opinion this year. Lad McConkey, super route runner for sure. And my guy, who I think might break out next year in touchdown, Trey Harris, Ole Miss guy, played with Jackson Dart at Ole Miss. He might break out with Mike McDaniels. Then you got the backfield. You got Omarion Hampton, who had a promising rookie year. He dealt with some injuries. And Kamani Vidal definitely stepped up in the absence of Omarion Hampton. So you got a bunch of firepower. And last but not least, Oronde Gadsden, the tight end from Syracuse, who had brilliant flashes with the Chargers. So he got so many weapons, in my opinion, to work with as an OC. So I really like it. Then you get your tackles back. You get Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt back from injury. So the O-line gets, reinforcements. Man, I love the hire. I think Mike McDaniel's got so much to work with. You add that on to, like Dave says, with all the window dressing and motions and stuff like that, leaving defenses to, I don't want to say scatter, but what window dressing and motion does, it kind of unveils the disguise of the defense by learning, hey, if he runs with him, it might be man-to-man. If they bump, it's probably zone. Stuff I do in Madden. But anyway, that stuff, I think McDaniel's going to have a field day with the Chargers. So I love it.
Yeah, I'm kind of I echo y'all words, especially Dave. They kind of say what I was going to say. See, the problem with Greg Roman, he relied too much on Justin Herbert's superpower. He relied too much on it, and he was too basic. And what Mike McDaniel would do is he will make it easier for Justin Herbert, take the load off of him.
It's gonna make it light. He's not gonna throw the ball as much.
Like not is just that. I'm talking about like what you said, Dave. Like he's gonna draw some stuff up where it's like X is gonna be open. Throw the X. Where Justin Herbert had to do a lot of creating himself. He had to use his legs a lot last year. You know what I mean? Right? And this is him while being injured. So, like y'all said, the run game is gonna be good because the different run schemes that Mike McDaniel does, they are very successful. And I'm curious what they're gonna do in the draft and in this free agency. Also, now they got Mike McDaniel. And then also this is gonna be good. Forget just the Chargers. This will be good for Mike McDaniel himself. Just being around Harbaugh, you know what I mean? Be around Jim Harbaugh to see how he creates a culture. He's been around Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan, great play caller and great coach setter too. Now he better be around another great coach from the 49ers ties also, right? Hey, Dave, maybe he might be Kyle Shanahan's successor. And what I wrote big as day.
Stanford ties, if you want to be petty.
What I wrote big as day on my paper, no excuses, Justin Herbert.
Facts.
No excuses.
Absolutely none. Absolutely none.
So
look, because I want to throw in one last little thing because he's going to get easier touchdowns with RPOs, play action, and red zone motion. Because in the red zone, he has a lot of red zone deception, short yardage creativity in his offense, and he uses motion to identify coverage. So he's going to give him a lot of opportunities to be able to mask some stuff on the offense to help him be able to throw the ball to his receivers and stuff. So he's going to make it a lot easier for Justin Herbert. So there's zero excuses for him.
Yeah, because the defense, I'm assuming it's going to be good still. Like the defense have been good the last 2 years since Harbaugh been there. Yeah. So no excuses for Justin Herbert and Mike McDaniel. It's a stepping stone for him to be another head coach somewhere else. And he gets stay in warm weather. Shout out to him. He went from Miami to LA. So
San Francisco, Miami to LA.
He crazy. But let's talk about let's stick to the NFL. Something crazy happened, y'all. Ridiculous. The biggest snub in sports history, probably. The biggest snub in sport, not NFL, the biggest snub in sports history. We got Bill Belichick not being the first ballot Hall of Famer. And a lot of people are saying it's due to Spygate, the cheating he did, and they're making him pay for it. So, fellas, I'm going to start with you, Dave, because you brought this to our attention and you want to.
I was about to say, I want to start this off, please.
So, talk about this is your reaction when you saw that he didn't make first ballot
Hall of Fame.
First of all, Bill Polian is a liar. Let's just put that out there. Let's put that out there first of all, because the man say he voted for him, then all of a sudden he said he don't remember who he voted for. Like, did you
on live television?
On live TV? So he lied on live TV. First of all, we know you didn't vote for him because you didn't like him when you was in Indianapolis. He was your rival. You couldn't stand him because he kept beating you in the playoffs. It's okay. It's okay. We know how it was. The man won 6 Super Bowl titles and you won 1. Okay. No, he had 9 appearances. 9 appearances.
He too. Remember, he got 8.
He got 8 rings because he got 2 as an assistant.
I'm talking about
head coach. I got you.
As a head coach.
I got you.
He's been to the Super Bowl 9 times. That's the most out of any head coach. He has the most playoff wins in NFL history. The most playoff appearances in NFL history. And he has the second most wins in the NFL. And this man is not a first ballot Hall of Famer. First of all, let's talk about one of the cheating scandals that they were that.
Oh, don't put in quotation now.
Listen, the reason why I'm saying it for this one is because this one I don't believe had anything to do with them getting the brakes beat off of them, and that's when they beat the Colts in the playoffs because of the Deflategate. So it was the first half where they found the deflated footballs, where Tom Brady didn't throw the ball that much, and they weren't even up a lot. They got blown out in the second half when they switched the ball to the Indianapolis football.
I remember that game live too.
Mm-hmm.
So that had nothing to do with the Deflategate. Yes, they caught them trying to cheat in the first half. Like, okay, but they got beat when they went back to the regular one. So it had nothing. It had no bearings on that game.
And Tom got punished for that. Already.
Tom Brady got punished for that. So are you telling me that since Bill Belichick is not a first ballot, that Tom Brady not gonna be first ballot either?
I know, right? Imagine that.
I would love it
because I know Carl's gonna celebrate if that happens. But come on now. He got 6 Super Bowl titles. 6.
Crazy.
8 altogether as a coach, because he got 2 with the Giants as the defensive coordinator, and he got 6 as a head coach with the Patriots. Like, are you serious? This is the most winningest. He's the greatest NFL head coach in history, and he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like I said, Bill Polian, you are a liar, and I'm telling you right now, you are in the doghouse. I don't care what anyone says. You are in the doghouse, and all the voters that agree with you are also in the doghouse. It makes absolutely no sense. So all I'm saying is, if you're gonna say that Bill Belichick is not, if he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, Tom Brady should not be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I just want to say this. To my memory, he shut down 3 prolific offenses in the Super Bowl.
3.
Greatest turf on turf.
The Rams.
Brady wasn't even who he was during that time. His first 3 Super Bowls was because of the defense.
Like the Rams twice. Sean McVay.
The Panthers too. The Panthers with Jake Delhomme.
I don't know if we're gonna call that a prolific offense. Jake Delhomme a little but they had Steve Smith though.
And the Eagles, they had star power, but I'm talking about the Rams, and here's my third one.
Rams.
Yeah, I'm about to say if you're not throwing the Eagles in there, I think
they had McNabb. They had McNabb. Was it Todd Pinkston? They had T.O. on that team. They had Brian Westbrook as the running back. It would have to be Eagles.
They beat the Panthers. They beat the Rams.
The Falcons.
The Falcons.
But they ain't shut the Falcons down. They came back though.
Yeah.
And who else?
They beat.
Oh, I'm tripping. They beat the Seahawks. He shut down 2. My bad, y'all. 2.
Yeah, Seahawks ain't prolific. They just leave them boom.
But is that first ballot right there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Even off that. Go ahead.
Absolutely. I mean, there's nothing really much to say after what Dave said, what he said. I'm going to say this, though. I hope they're not using the post-Brady years of them trying to rebound from a first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback, but still making the playoffs his first year without Brady, and the North Carolina year, because this North Carolina year was absolutely terrible, like I predicted.
Yeah.
But
future.
You can't use that.
No.
I'm sorry. Well, they can't use North Carolina because then he wouldn't be eligible for the Hall of Fame. True. If they use North Carolina.
It's an NFL Hall of Fame.
So they can't use basketball. So it's just BS. Point blank period, just BS. And also I want to clear this up. While I did say I would love it when he said is Brady snub. Do I think Brady is a first ballot Hall of Famer? Absolutely. But would I get my ha-has and kikis off? Absolutely.
Well, the Bucks, they not ha-ha kikiing at all. All right, they're rubbing tears right now because Giannis, I mean, he about to get traded. That's what they say to the grapevine. And he put out the Trey Songz track. I don't want to leave, but I gotta go right now.
I don't know if Trey Songz is the guy you're gonna be posting. There's a lot of rumors and stuff around Trey Songz. Should have found
That
another
is
artist.
true.
We need to talk about this quote right here, all right? But so there are a lot of suitors out there. I mean, almost every team, not every team. There's some teams that backed out. The Spurs backed out, and they wanted to back out. The Raptors basically backed out. They not gonna give up Barnes or Ingram. So a lot of
the Rockets backed out back.
Rockets did back out.
There's some teams that backed out, but most of the teams are trying to put their bid in. So Dave, I'm gonna let you go second on this one because we kind of got an idea what you're going to steer towards. Carl, where do you? And I actually know what Carl gonna pick too. Where do you think Giannis?
No, you don't.
Okay. First of all, quickly talk about your reaction to this whole situation, and you kind of gave us a glimpse backstage, and talk about where you think he would end up if he goes somewhere.
I didn't even think that deep. Firstly, I just yawned. Another year, same story.
Another year.
If we do it or not, like at this point, shut up. Like I'm tired of it. I've heard it all before, and he stays with the Bucks. Like it is what it is. Like I was not moved. I wasn't like, oh my God, it might happen. No, you got a week and a half to get it done. Do it or stop with this BS. Secondly, I guess I'll say he ends up with Golden State. Golden State lost Jimmy Butler. They need a number 2 right now. Steph Curry needs a ton of help, and they also need a big in Golden State. Jonathan Kuminga is very unhappy. Golden State maybe where he ends up. We all know what Dave's going to say, and I would hate to see it because I hate the Heat. Point blank period. I dislike the Heat. Dave knows this. But yeah, not moved. Do it or shut up. I feel the same way about the Jimmy Butler stuff. Felt because that is over with. There we go.
So I'm gonna let you go last, Dave, on this one, all right? So there's 2 teams in the race right now. Dave's team, obviously. They won't get to that. But I think he's going to the Warriors, though. I think he's going to the Warriors. Giannis going to the Warriors have been talks for the longest. Like, if you watch the Warriors, it's always been, man, if they can just get Giannis, it's going to be all right. He could be perfect in their system. With the lobs, with Draymond Green and all that, the small ball. So I think he's going to go to the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors said they are willing to make a package, including Jimmy Butler, Kuminga, and all of their draft picks up until 2032.
Dang.
That's what they said. They said, which I get it.
Ah.
You got Steph Curry. And you like, we trying to win rings. We got Steph. We don't want Steph to wake up one day and say, dang, man, it's a little cold up here. I need to go somewhere else, man. I ain't touched the finals in a minute. I ain't touched the last time Steph Curry went to the Western Conference Finals was back when my youngest son was born. Like, come on, man. A long time ago. So
3 years ago.
I know. But you know, Steph Curry is a long time ago. And he's 3, by the way, my son. But yeah, so I'm going to pick the Warriors. They say the Warriors are the most aggressive team so far. But they did say Miami's giving the best proposal. But Dave, you can take it away with Miami.
The best. Hold on, time out. The best proposal.
And you know who's in it. Who's in it.
Oh, the guy that I crap on tremendously. Anyway, before
and the guy that I said needs to be gone too. So
I'm glad you're on my side now. I'm glad you're on my side. But before you go, Dave, 6 years worth of draft picks. They do know Steph is 37. That means he'll be 43 by the time they get to draft again. That is insane.
So this is what they have. They have the 2026, 2028, and 2032 first round pick.
Oh, so that would be essentially giving up 3 picks.
Yeah. And they got a 2030 pick.
4.
Also. Yeah.
Steph will be okay. Hey, I mean, I think that's kind of crazy. You know, you're definitely leveraging your future, but more power to you.
And second, they got 1, 2, 3. So they got 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4 first picks. So that's 8 picks total.
You're leveraging your future, but go crazy.
I can explain why we have the best package so far. From what
let's talk.
8 picks and Jimmy Butler is crazy, but go ahead. I'm listening.
Hey, Jimmy Butler is also old. He's coming off an ACL injury,
True.
so that's one.
That's true.
Two, John, the one with Kuminga. Kuminga, I mean, does he really want to be there? That's for one. He does. I know he does. I know he wants to get paid, but does Kuminga want to go to
Milwaukee? Yeah, he just got paid.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is he wants a longer contract. I don't know if he wants to be in Milwaukee. The thing with Miami is Miami has three players that we can offer them. We can give them Andrew Wiggins, who's a defensive guy, who also has the contract, and the two young guys, Tyler Hero and Khalil Ware. Khalil Ware has not had a good relationship with Spo since he's gotten playing time. And that's one thing that the Bucks want. The Bucks want a quote-unquote replacement for Giannis, and Khalil Ware would be that because, for one, he is a 3-and-D guy. He can shoot really good from three. He's a good free throw shooter. He's a really good rebounder. The only thing is his motor. His motor has been the question, but to me, I think that's just Spo. Spo has this thing with young players most of the time with Miami where he doesn't give them a lot of playing time most of the time. The reason why Tyler Hero and Bam got that playing time is because Jimmy Butler and Dwayne Wade was there. They ain't there no more. They are the guys now, and Bam more than likely ain't going nowhere. Bam is the quote unquote cornerstone for Miami, and plus Bam and Giannis have the same agent. People forget about that. Bam and Giannis have the same agent, and when Bam was his contract was up, Giannis wanted to make sure that Bam got paid. Because Giannis did see Miami as a destination during that time, but he ultimately re-signed with the Bucks during that time. And we also have draft picks that we're offering them as well. So it's not just the players, we're offering them draft picks too. So that's why we have, from what I've heard, the best package for Giannis is because we're giving them two young players and draft picks. So they have a lot to build up on. And yes, Tyler Hero does have an injury history, yes. But we all know that last year was his best year being a starter.
Until when?
Just saying.
4 points game 4.
Last year was his best year as a starter. Other than when he won 6th man of the year. His points had went up last year, so that was definitely something that people want to see with Tyler Hero. And then we see the talent that Khalil Ware has. People see what he's been able to do, so that's why the Bucks are engaged with Miami right now, as seeing that there might be something that could happen soon. So, where he ends up, that I can't say for sure that I think it's Miami because I've been in this position multiple times before. I've been in this position when James Harden was out there, when Kyrie was out there, when Kevin Durant was out there, most recently with Kevin Durant, and nothing came up. And Damian Lillard, like it's been multiple players I can go to where we've been in position to get those guys, and we don't give up what's needed to give up to get those guys. Like I even saw something in the Miami Heat Nation Instagram chat that hey, we don't get Giannis because we didn't give up Drew Smith. Like I can see that happening. But that's what happens with Miami. So I can't say for sure that I believe it's going to happen because Pat Riley is still in Miami. And y'all know how I felt about Pat Riley. I love Pat, but I think it's been time for him to go for a few seasons now. So I want Giannis in Miami, of course, but I can't disagree with you. I could see him going to the Warriors.
Yeah, and I'm kind of upset about this because we were about to send Zach LaVine for Bobby Portis and Kyle Kuzma to Milwaukee, and now the trade talks are dead now.
Aww.
We gotta keep Zach LaVine now. But
could have been in Detroit, but people ain't want him to come. Now I don't even want Zach LaVine. Keep him.
Come on, they can still make the trade.
I don't want him.
No, I'm talking about them. They can get Zach LaVine. They can get Andrew Wiggins. Tyler Hero, Khalil Ware. I'm
gonna tell you this right now. Miami ain't doing no deal if Giannis ain't coming to Miami. I'll tell you that right now.
I heard they're trying to get Ja and Giannis.
That's what I'm saying.
We want John Morant too. I absolutely do.
Well, I don't know if you want John Miami.
John Morant.
Right.
Listen.
No, I'm not talking about on the court.
I did see that Miami.
Let me tell you this. You tell me, other than Terry Rozier, name me one player in Miami that's had something off the court. Any off the court issues since Spo and Pat Riley
true,
been there.
but Ja different.
He is. He
In
is,
Miami,
but remember, hold on. Deion Waiters was a player who had issues off the court. When he came to Miami, did he have any?
Deion Waiters is also a guy who was a journeyman. Like, it's not Ja.
I get that. But what I'm saying is,
no disrespect to Deion Waiters because he was absolutely
Yeah.
bucket when he was in the league. But
off the court stuff is not something that's going to be an issue in Miami. I'm telling you that right now.
What, Teddy? But I did see with Miami. They said if they can't get, because Memphis not trying to trade y'all no more. They say gonna keep him. And Josh said, I'm staying. But they said Miami, if they can't get Giannis, they're gonna pivot back to Ja and try aggressively to get him.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Yeah, you won't have any team there. But with Eric Spo, he'll make it work. I mean, we see him go to the finals on team that.
Yeah, forget.
I was about to say he'll find somebody sneaky.
Exactly.
I know.
Y'all forget he had Wade, Bosh, and LeBron. We ain't really have that much depth back then.
That might be a little cap.
Listen,
that might be a little cap.
Let me finish, Carl.
What do you think?
Let me
He said
finish.
they had no depth with the big three.
It wasn't a lot of that.
That one.
Yeah, that might be a little cap, Dave.
It wasn't a lot of
that. It's a big three. But Teddy,
Ray
Allen,
Allen, Mike Miller,
Birdman,
Udonis, Mike Mario Thomas, Norris Cole. Y'all had depth.
All right, you're right. We did have that. But, yeah.
Now,
what I'm saying is, with John Morant and Giannis, I mean, we'll make it work.
Spo find somebody sneaky. I give him that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's right about this though.
It's motor man.
Now you get John too though, you will be trading your whole roster for y'all.
But like I said, Spo find somebody, bro. Remember Kendrick Nunn?
But he gonna find him this year.
Gabe Vincent,
he got Gabe Vincent paid, Max Strus paid. He got
your boy Slick here. He got his own podcast, Old Man at the what's his name? The shooter.
Max Strus?
No, he got paid in the bubble. What's his name again?
I said Kendrick Nunn, but him no podcast.
Oh my God, how can I been getting this dude? He got paid in the bubble, and then he barely played. And he got his contract, and now he playing again now. But
you talking about Robinson? That's what the
Robinson.
That ain't my boy. He went to Michigan. He only my boy because he on the Pistons. I'm really thinking of guys I like.
No, I ain't say Carl boy. I'm talking about like.
Oh.
Yeah.
You talking about But I mean, it's another. Drew Smith is another. I didn't even think Drew Smith would make the league coming out of Mizzou, and he used Drew Smith.
And look at what and my boy getting.
I'm with him though. Like in the middle of the season though, like Spo ain't gonna find nobody this year for the work. Now next year they're gonna make it work.
Dang.
For sure.
Wasn't Haywood Highsmith something that he used?
Oh yeah, Haywood Highsmith.
There you go. There you go.
He gonna find somebody sneaky.
Thank you. That's one thing Spo does. Spo always does what he can to find someone. He knows how to develop talent.
Yeah.
Kendrick Nunn was getting buckets with the Heat. I don't even know what Kendrick Nunn is no more.
That made it time to win a championship. That's where he at.
Yeah. Hold on. It will work. Because unless they keep James and Bam, he'll make it work with John Giannis. The world. That's crazy.
I mean, bro, he'll find somebody sneaky, but it depends. And if they keep Norman Powell, he gotta go. You know,
he gonna have to go. Yeah, he gonna have to go. Norman Powell. You know, so.
It depends on who they lose. Like it depends on who they give up. Because obviously, Ja the one. We'll say Wiggins and
I don't think Norman
would start.
I personally don't think Norman Powell gets traded.
What? Y'all get Ja and Giannis?
I don't think he gets traded because
y'all probably got Trey Jaime too.
We'll give him Jaime. We give him Nikola Jovic. We got other young guys to give up.
You know, y'all love him dearly.
I hope go ahead and put him out there. Trade him.
They hold on to that man like dang.
It was him and Khalil Ware that we was trying to hold on to.
Khalil Ware
made sense,
so
but Jovic, I was like, nah, trade him. For what? What are we keeping him for?
No, facts. All right, y'all, let's wrap this up. It was a great episode. Before we get to our last words, I just want to give a shout out to all the superstar members. Before we do that, shout out to my boy Tomo. He's not here, but listen, y'all. shout out to everybody in the comment section. We have a Instagram. You on Instagram? Follow us on Instagram at Refuse to Lose Sports. We have Instagram chats for every sport. The NFL chat is booming right now, so is the NBA chat, and the baseball chat will be booming soon. So you could become a member and become part of these chats. And here are our superstar members. If you want to become a member, click the link in the description. It's the first link you see in the description section. But our superstar members are Chavo, Coach Coombs, shout out to FFC, Worm, Dimitri, shout out to my boy Dave with Dave's Doghouse, Taniqua, myself, Notorious, Big O, Vaughn, shout out to RBO, got an episode dropping tomorrow, Giovanni, Chris, Teddy, aka BWT, Tomo, aka In the Red Corner, and you become a superstar member today. And appreciate you, Reed, for being here. We appreciate you.
Right. Hold on. What
Become
time
a
is that
member
show
today.
dropping?
Huh?
What time is that RBL show dropping?
I don't know. I know we were supposed to drop today at 9, but he moved it to tomorrow. I think it's probably 9 o'clock.
Okay, cool. We good.
Oh yeah, because you got a show too. Shout out to CTC. Yeah. I know you're gonna talk about it in your last words. But my last words, hey, I want to say the Bears got their GM. Not the Bears. The Falcons got their GM. Mm-hmm. Ian Cunningham, the Bears assistant GM. So shout out to them for getting their GM. Which is crazy. They hired a GM after they hired a head coach. I never seen it before in my life, which is crazy. But
San Francisco, what you mean?
Y'all did that?
Yeah, we hired Kyle Shanahan, then hired John Lynch. I mentioned that before.
How long ago was that though?
That was in 2017.
Yeah, I'm about to say that.
That was almost a decade ago.
Yeah,
but you said that before in your life. You older than 10.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Hold on, in the same year, y'all hired both of them?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. My bad. Cuz.
Yeah. Kyle Shanahan's the reason why John Lynch got the job.
I think I do actually remember that now.
But I get it though. Kyle Shanahan actually runs that. He's basically like a part GM with John Lynch. Are we gonna say Stefan's gonna be a part GM for the Falcons?
No, but I think Dave was just more so speaking about what.
I got you. All right. So my last words, my Commanders. We got two. I know we didn't get a chance to talk about it on the R2L show, but we got two coordinators. Shout out to my boy from Capitol Heights, Devontae. You know he's from Capitol Heights, right? Carl.
Yeah, you. When you said it on the show, I looked it up. I was like, oh shoot.
When I looked it up and I saw it, I was like, I knew he coached at Bowie. But then I saw he was actually from Capitol Heights. I was like, oh, snap. Bowie State. Yeah,
Bowie's
not Bowie. Yeah, you went to did you go to Bowie? Or you went to Flowers? Where you go?
I went to Flowers.
You went to Flowers, right? All right. But
anyway, I'm from Capitol Heights and went to Flowers, Science and Tech program.
So yeah, shout out to Commanders for getting both coordinators. We here. Kings, fire sale. Listen, y'all, take them. Zach Levine, Westbrook, Keon, everybody. Take everybody except for the youngins. Take everybody. DeRozan, especially him. Take all of them. Sabonis, Toronto, make the move, bro. We'll give you Sabonis. We are rebuilding. We are starting from scratch. And that's what I got for y'all, for real.
Hold on, who's the youngest? Just want to keep.
The youngest on that team? I mean, all of our first and second year players keep. Anybody else you can say?
So what's that? That's Neat Clifford, Dylan Caldwell, Maxime Reynard, who I actually like. Nah, he's not a second year guy no more. I was about to say Javon Carter, but I think he's third year now, right? Javon Carter?
Javon Carter?
Devon.
Oh, Javon Carter.
He's third now, right?
No, he's second year, right?
Oh, he's second year? Dang.
Waste more time on this car. Go ahead.
Yeah,
he is second. Yeah, he is second.
Okay, second year.
You drafted last year, right? Did I call you last year, Mike?
Bro, I can't remember, bro. It all goes together. That's why I wasn't sure if you were second or third or not. I know you did call me at the time, though.
Yeah. It's the last draft pick that Monty McNair.
Okay, bet.
Yeah. Go ahead, Carl.
All right, boom. As always, appreciate y'all for having me on the show. It was fun for sure.
Carl, who the best QB? Just read your name. Go ahead, Carl.
Hold on, what?
He said, who the best QB? Just read your first name. Go ahead, Carl.
That's why I'm confused.
Go ahead.
Because it ain't. Anyway, don't read your first name because that's just a fallacy. Anyway, so big game tomorrow. 7th ranked MSU at the crib taking on 3rd ranked Michigan.
Woo! Oh!
Friday night, 8 o'clock. Don't want to miss it. It should be an excellent game, and both teams narrowly avoided an upset. I hate playing at the rack. We almost lost to Rutgers. It took a miracle to go into overtime and beat Rutgers. Nebraska, they didn't have Rick Mass or Braden Frager and could have beat Michigan. They lost at the end of the game. Severe difference with the turnovers. I mean, not turnovers, free throw shooting, but they Michigan escaped at home with the win. But huge game. If we win, we'll be in second place in the Big Ten Conference because Nebraska beat us at home. Nebraska's only has one loss, which is to Michigan in the conference. If Michigan wins, they'll be number one in the conference, owning the tiebreaker over Nebraska and us, and we'll have 2 losses in conference. So huge game Friday night. So the IZone better show out. Secondly, I will have a show, speaking about the game, tomorrow. No time, probably around like 5-6 o'clock CTC. Make sure if you haven't subscribed to my Carl Talking College YouTube channel, please subscribe. Went 7-0 Monday and Tuesday in Pick'ems, so I'm starting the college basketball season in 7-0, so that's good. I did want to shout somebody out. Dang, I forgot. It was a college player I wanted to shout out. Nonetheless, shout out Braden Burries. Shout out Arizona. Huge win against BYU to remain undefeated. Braden Burries blocked Rob Wright at the end of the game and made 2 free throws to ice the game for Arizona after Arizona tried to give the game away up 17 with like 4 minutes left. Shouldn't have been a 1-point game at that moment, but they pulled the W out in Provo. And I also wanted to shout out Duke, man. Shout out Cam Boozer. They're running through the ACC. I can't lie. Definitely running through the ACC. Shout out to them. But my last shout out is the Miami of Ohio Redhawks continuing to be undefeated. They are undefeated, period. First in the MAC. And they're I ain't gonna lie though. These last 3 games, very scary. They've been getting away with some BS. Can't lie. But they're still undefeated. Shout out to them.
Shout out.
This is what I gotta say. Shout out to the U, man. The U is back. Didn't win the national championship, but hey, 27-20 win a national championship game. We losing to what most people might consider the best coach in college football, and Curtis Ignetti. I mean, the man just wins wherever he goes. So shout out to Curtis Ignetti. But right after that, just going into the transfer portal and just getting whoever we want. Darian Mensah is with Duke now. His wide receiver 1 is now also in Miami. We got Damon Wilson that came from over from Missouri. Like, we're just getting whoever we want. And then we got guys returning. We got Pringle returning. We got Mark Fletcher returning. We got so many guys returning in this team. And man, all I gotta say is next year is gonna be great too. I can't wait. So shout out to the U. Shout out to Mario Cristobal, who I consider the best recruiter in the country. Let's get it.
Hey, it's crazy, real quick. They really just did what DeJuan Williams in Washington tried to do, but Duke actually let him like buy himself out. Washington said, no, you got an obligation to fulfill. You coming back, and you got to now win the team back over.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy. Yeah, I saw that too.
Duke was like, all right, bet.
Hey, Dave.
I mean,
Muhammad Saray.
I said he should have just gone to the league or did something else. I was Carl will tell you. I said 8th year. I said, dude, just go to the league.
Your boy coming back?
Muhammad Saray is coming back.
Muhammad Saray, yeah, his 8th year linebacker, he's coming back.
Yeah. Dang,
he keeps to the defense, but
I mean, he a grown man now. He a grown man. He probably got 8 kids and all that. Hey, Dave.
Robert Sala got 8 kids, and I just found that out.
Hey, Dave, talk about Dave's Doghouse.
Hey, Dave's Doghouse, Saturday, 12 noon. I will be live, of course. And as I said, I already told y'all who's going to be in the doghouse. So just expect to hear more about him, I guess. Maybe not, but just know he's in the doghouse for sure. But definitely subscribe to Dave's Doghouse as we get my goal is to have 1,000 subscribers and be fully monetized this year. So whatever y'all could do to subscribe and watch my show, continue to watch, because there's no show like mine. It's the most unique show on the network. I talk about highlights and lowlights of all sports. So I touch everything. So, I mean, let's get it. Make sure you subscribe to this show as well and subscribe to CTC and all the shows on the network, because ain't no network like R2L.
Let's get it.
Shout out to you, man, having eighth year and a ninth year player and 2 out of 3 year seasons.
I think they should just go to the league, but I mean,
I feel you. I just that's really for Kev, because Kev was talking about Indiana, like y'all didn't have a ninth year tight end.
And what about their quarterback?
Carson Beck talking about he ain't had classes in like 2 years.
That's crazy, bro. All right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today. And we'll see y'all Monday, the next episode.
peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.